Hi everybody, Lee Simmons here with Event Resources with another video. Today I want to talk about audio. So very often we are talking to clients about their audio needs, and they might say to us, why do we need to bring in a sound system? The venue has one. And that's, again, a fair question. Well, here's our thought and our philosophy when we think about audio needs, if we can be helpful or if it truly is the right fit to use what the venue might have. Well, one thing is the speakers. Let's just start there. A lot of venues, for space reasons, will put the speakers in the ceiling, and that makes sense for space reasons. The challenge with that is your ears are over here. They're not on top of your head. So when the sound is coming down and hitting your head, it's not really getting in your ear. Now think about if you had a speaker with music and you turned it this way, or this way, or this way, or this way. Which is going to help hear it the best? Closest to the ear. So that's just one minor thing about ceiling speakers. We try to avoid that. Sometimes it's used to complement some other speakers that are in the room. So I'm not saying it's always a bad thing or not a useful thing. But again, it depends on what the scenario is and what the situation is for the event that needs it. Also, is it just speech? Is it just a person talking saying, hey guys, thanks for coming? Or is it a really important keynote speaker who's on a lavalier mic walking around? Again, how important is that quality of the audio? I always tell people, if someone's just giving a quick announcement of, hey, thanks for coming, best of luck, whatever, that, yeah, then those ceiling speakers are fine. You don't need anything more than that. But again, if the keynote speaker, if what they're saying is that important and your audience needs to hear because it's detailed information or it's emotional information that you want to get that across, well, then how important is that they hear the presentation very well? So that's why we would suggest having speakers that are aimed closer to our head. The waves are coming more in this direction. So that's one thing. And I mentioned about wireless mics because that's another thing. When we have audio systems, we're going to always have a technician. Some places do, some places don't. Our philosophy is you need to have a technician because the way someone talks fluctuates. The way the person might get excited and animated, they might talk louder, or they might talk softer. If one person's talking and then there's the next presenter and they're not talking the same, then having someone to be able to adjust the levels is very important. So that's one thing with the having a technician on site, as well as wireless microphones. How important is that? Sometimes you see a handheld microphone. Sometimes you see a lavalier clipped to the lapel. It's all relevant, again, to the situation and what they're talking. Some places, if it's very windy, well, having the lapel down here might not always be the best scenario because the wind will help pick it up. And the microphones do have some wind-resistant pieces on there. But having a microphone right here where you have more control of it, it's obviously going to sound better. So every scenario is a little different, and we try to consult and give our best advice on what is going to be best for your audience. Because remember, the audience is the one who's hearing it, right? Your guests, your attendees. What is their experience? Are they going to walk away with, I couldn't hear anything, or that was really impactful? And I'll leave you with one other thing about audio and thinking about the importance of audience. If you're having any kind of fundraiser or anything where you need people to react, donate money, for example, auction items, things like that, how important is it that they hear the sound? If they're in the back of the room and the sound is not spread out evenly, if it's just a couple speakers in front blowing sound waves to the front, but the back of the room can't hear, you're not going to get people engaged to participate in an auction or to donate money. So if the sound is spread out equally that everyone can hear well, then you're going to get more engagement from your audience. And that's very important, like I said, in fundraisers of that sort of thing. Hopefully that was helpful. Just a quick overview of some audio.